forward as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Carolina Panthers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Come on now, let's go!
Ready? 180?
Mike 50, huh?
Right here. Express!
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Now a first down throw for Newton. They will find Davis. That's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
This will be caught by Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Hey, we're good, we're good. 180? Later 9. Hey, dude. Later 1. Get down.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers play with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
On second down now, Richard. The former Maryland Terp, Jermaine Carter Jr. had the tackle.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Here we go.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it, fumble, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And not the clean start that we had envisioned. You thought this would be a pretty crisp game, but a turnover for a turnover.
Yeah, so much for scripting. Because if teams are doing that, things aren't going according to plan. Maybe it's a case of nerves. Maybe it's a case of, too much energy right now. Let's see if both teams can get settled in and start to play good ball.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. They'll get this out wide. It's Nelson with it. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Mike 50. It's our time.
Great.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Wait. Switch.
Express. 8. 20.
Second and 5 now. Newton completes it to Davis. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go. 180.
So we got man.
Great. 8.
Good shot. Slit.
8. Check. 8.
Rotate.
On 1st and 10, Newton. It's caught by Davis. And he's able to get up here to the 26. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Mike 50.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Monday, down. 280.
Night, sweetheart.
Check.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Come on, QB. Come on.
Hey, foxtrot.
50, Mike 50.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Mike 50.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Echo. Mike 50.
20.
50. All day.
Gun.
Just like that. Alert 3.
After the run, Newton going to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Carolina. 58 yards. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check it backer, check it backer.
Protein spill. 734.
From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
4 down.
Carr gives to Richard. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. On play action, it's Carr rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Under 8. Great. Order. Top up. 8. Kill. 8. Express.
Kill. Turn up.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Newton caught by Nelson. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Room here to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Get ready.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
8. Check 25. Express.
On me.
Here we go.
Now Newton on 1st down. being chased out left. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
8. Shit. Express. Switch.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Gano the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Check. Crunch.
Right down. 93. Go. Mike 50.
Let's go one more.
Here we go. 50. Mike.
Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Carr now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Express. 50.
And let's get this.
Now Carr again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Well, they went for all the marbles there on that long pass. He caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds.
So difficult, isn't it? Because you have so many things you're going through on that play, trying to get open, trying to catch the ball, and still get your feet down to complete the process of the play. Not successful on that attempt.
Check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Let him know.
93.
Let him know.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Austin Seferian-Jenkins in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Defense, our time. It's our time. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53.
Check right, check right. Switch. 20.
Switch.
Hauling it in, Nelson. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders, and even 50 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Richard trying the right side. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now. 50.
180. 180. We're good. 180.
Hey, you don't want to see me.
Go, Chief. Here we go.
He's checking.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On the ground, Richard. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
And it's 3rd down.
Bill, you 180.
50. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Mike's 50. Let's go, defense.
Operating from the gun. Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, alert 3. Check safety. 8.
Next pass.
9. No.
20.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And the Panthers, first down.
We played to win.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Gun. Next pass.
On 1st down, Newton. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That one goes for 24 yards.
That's another Panthers first down.
Right,
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Next pass.
Buzz, be ready. Mike.
Newton on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Great.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. Finds a seam inside the 40. 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, 7:34.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Carr now on 1st down. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr into a double team, and it's intercepted. TJ Green with a pick, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. And some room to work. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He was trying to go back to Moore there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
780. Gun. Express. 8.
From the gun, here's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Great. Express.
Check.
Here's Newton. Flush to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
I got you. Wide. Get wide.
Bravo. Low. Hey, waiter 2.
Now after the INT, it's Carr going for it all. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
I got you, boy.
To throw again. Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Banjo.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He was trying to go back to Moore there, but it's going to be 2nd down. Again, Newton. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
20. Express!
On first down, it's Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Strip that ball. 8. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
8.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
Gun.
53's the
Express!
check 53. Come on, boy.
Throwing again. Newton. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score. Game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr now in desperation. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And some strong running. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Missed tackles may doom this team.
I just had a bad flashback. That's why I'm sitting up here with you right now. You've got to tackle him inbounds. You've got to wrap him up.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hey, defense, let's go.
On first down, Barkley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back in